Hi there and welcome to my technical audio reel. In this reel, I'll be showcasing some of my Unreal Engine and Wise work for a project called Vortex. This is a two-person project that has been created as a learning playground. One of the things I wanted to tackle for this project was gunfire sounds. In order to create sample-accurate gunfire loops, I decided to exploit the PostMIDIoNEvent functionality offered in the Wise API and created a custom C++ component. This C++ component is a low-cost, effective way to target an event for gun sounds and post MIDI events to trigger them as required. In the project, I add this component to the master weapon blueprint so that it propagates to all child weapons. Where in a pistol blueprint, for example, I can target a particular event for this weapon to play bespoke sounds, as well as customize parameters like MIDI note velocity, tail delay in milliseconds, etc. I then created a blueprint interface. In my master weapon blueprint, I am using the start firing and stop firing functions to directly communicate with the start firing and stop firing functions inside my C++ component. In my master player blueprint, I am using the bullet shot logic to invoke the start firing and stop firing events on the blueprint interface. In Wise, I've set up the player pistol blend to accept MIDI events with tail sounds playing at a particular velocity, as well as the blend for the shots playing at a different velocity. The body, mech, and transient sounds for the shots play at the same time. The final result is an audio system which creates sample-accurate gunfire loops using MIDI calls on the Wise audio thread. And it works great for single shots as well. Next, I wanted to tackle the footstep and foley system in a highly effective way. I added two bespoke components on the master character blueprint, one for footstep and one for foley. This in turn will propagate these components to all the characters in the game. In the third-person character animation blueprint, I'm using blueprint begin play to set a unique switch for each character that spawns in the game on their respective footstep and foley component. I then use an anim notify to create a raycast from the center of the player to identify the material surface and set switch on the footstep component, as well as utilize player speed to set the RTPC value on the component. In Wise, the event targets both switch containers for footstep and foley at the same time. On the switch containers itself, you can create bespoke sounds for each character while focusing more on asset creation and maintaining minimal structures in Wise. I'm also using the character speed RTPC to dynamically change the volume of the footstep and foley. The final result is an audio system that uses logic in one blueprint to play bespoke sounds for each character. It also changes dynamically according to the surface type and player speed. Next, I wanted to tackle playing 3D position area sounds that use the same sound in a low-cost effective way. In my blueprint actor, I am passing the actor transforms to the SetMultiplePositions node as well as my AK component to post the AK event on. Once I drag and drop this blueprint actor in my level, I can customize each instance in a unique way by choosing which event to utilize as well as which actors to spawn the sound on. Along with the multi-position mode, it gives me great flexibility to create highly dynamic ambient system. In Wise, you can see that it's utilizing all of these different game objects to play the same sound, while keeping its footprint very low at just one voice. The final result is a highly dynamic ambient system that lets you play the same sound from multiple sources, 3D positioned, while keeping your footprint low. I hope you enjoyed the reel.